everyone, and welcome to Showbiz Today. International supermodel Iman held a news conference in Washington, D.C. Tuesday concerning the future of her homeland, Somalia. At the National Press Club, Iman announced she was supporting the organization called Trans-Africa. It is attempting to organize a national peace conference in Somalia, one that would include the various warlords and clan leaders there. Like other observers, the model believes intervention alone will not solve the main problems.
And this peace conference, this national peace conference, I wouldn't think that people will object on it, because I think with all the money we're spending with the troops going into Somalia, with the relief food that is being provided for Somalia, I think this is really nothing costly compared to what it is. But it is a gesture. It's a gesture to make sure that the people of Somalia understand that we do care about them, but they have to take care of themselves and to have to care for themselves, but give them the environment to do so.
Iman hasn't lived in Somalia in quite a few years, but she visited the country in September for a personal inspection of the turmoil there.
Garth Brooks announced Tuesday that he'll come off his self-imposed 8-month hiatus from touring in January for 2 benefit concerts at the Great Western Forum. Los Angeles Rams quarterback Jim Everett and LA Raider Howie Long joined Brooks to announce the special shows, which will be in conjunction with Super Bowl week. Brooks says that he hopes to raise at least $1 million for riot relief efforts in Los Angeles.
It's going to be now almost a year since the riots, and it's basically coming back to where the riots were, and again, the world focused on that a year ago, and they saw the bad, and now hopefully the world is going to turn its focus here again, and what they'll see is we're back up on our feet, and we are brothers, and we are one world.
The National Football League will sponsor the shows. The NFL also announced Brooks will sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. That big game is January 31st in Pasadena.
After sitting on a shelf at Orion Pictures for 2 years, the movie Love Field has finally seen the light of day. The film, which stars Michelle Pfeiffer, premiered in Los Angeles Monday night. Love Field focuses on an interracial love story in the wake of the Kennedy assassination. Pfeiffer and co-star Dennis Haysbert talked about the message of the film.
I think it's a very simple message. I think it's a message that's been, been around for a long, long time, How can you put color on love and, and the responsibility to your child? Those are the things that hit me the most.
It's a sense of hope and a sense of that we're all living here on the same planet.
Michelle Pfeiffer was accompanied to the premiere by L.A. law producer David Kelly. Love Field arrives in the theaters early next year.
Monday marked the official 1-year anniversary of the launch of Hollywood Supports, an organization that fights discrimination against gays, lesbians, and people with HIV or AIDS in the entertainment business. Many of the most powerful executives in the entertainment industry gathered in Beverly Hills for the cocktail party and board meeting. Those attending included Jeffrey Katzenberg, chairman of Walt Disney Studios, producers Aaron Spelling and Stephen Bochco, Columbia Pictures head Mark Canton, and the founders of Hollywood Supports, former Fox chairman Barry Diller and MCA president Sid Sheinberg.
I'm not so sure that somebody who is infected with HIV feels safe enough yet. I hope that they will, safe enough to go to the best place to get the best care without worrying that somebody's going to see them, or whether their insurance company will find out, or their employer, or their colleagues, or God knows who. I think that's a long, tough process.
I think it's slow but sure, and I hope we'll change more this next year, but I think there has been a definite change in attitude.
I'm always afraid to say things have gotten better, because if you say things have gotten better, people might think that maybe they can slow down, and that's the last thing we want them to do.
Several studios have announced plans for AIDS-related movies in the near future. One such film, being directed by Academy Award winner Jonathan Demme and starring Denzel Washington, is now in production.
CBS is refusing to confirm a report that it has offered to double David Letterman's NBC salary to move his late-night talk show to the network. Letterman would make $14 million a year and move into CBS's 11:30 p.m. time slot, according to the report. According to a source close to Letterman, the talk show host is ready to jump to CBS, but NBC has the right to make a counteroffer sometime in the next 4 weeks before Letterman can sign anywhere else.
Getting the go-ahead from a broadcast network is not the only way to get a new TV show off the ground. There's also syndication. But according to TV analyst Howard Polskin, it's just as tough to survive out there as it is at a network.
Network shows aren't the only programs struggling this year. Syndicated shows, especially new ones, are having one of the worst years in recent memory.
Gee, what are you people, a critic and all this stuff? It's terrible. It tastes like sisters.
As the star of the surprise movie smash Sister Act, Whoopi Goldberg became one of the most popular actresses of the year. Yet her new syndicated program, The Whoopi Goldberg Show, is one of the TV season's biggest disappointments. Goldberg's problem appears twofold. First, the half-hour show features only one guest. If viewers don't like the guest, they click away. And secondly, Goldberg and other syndicated shows face increasingly stiff competition.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, with talent on loan from God, Rush Limbaugh, the epitome of morality and virtue, here on TV to serve humanity.
Only the Rush Limbaugh Show, featuring the conservative talk show host, is faring well. Vicky, the Jane Whitney Show, and the Jerry Springer Show are all limping along with mediocre ratings. It's because they're competing against more established talk show veterans such as Oprah, Phil, Geraldo, and Joan. There are too many talkers and not enough listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
You Bet Your Life has different troubles. The quiz show with Bill Cosby is delivering about half the audience that was expected. Blame the show's tepid ratings on its old format. And it means that there are no sure things for syndicated shows. Perhaps the biggest hope for syndicated shows comes this winter when the Star Trek spin-off Deep Space Nine makes its debut. Until that show is broadcast, most other syndicated shows from this year appear to be lost in space.
Distinguished and designing are two key words in the life of actress Sheryl Lee Ralph these days. She is starring in the film The Distinguished Gentleman, and on the small screen, she has just joined the cast of Designing Women. Senior entertainment correspondent Bill Tush has more.
He's talking about Washington, D.C.
I am running for Congress.
When Eddie Murphy's con man character decides to scam his way to Capitol Hill as a congressman, Sheryl Lee Ralph goes along. She is sort of, in her own words, a conette.
In Distinguished Gentleman, I'm Miss Loretta, and I love it. She's a great character, you know, especially love the Swedish accent, Inga from Sweden, and everybody who loves to laugh at Inga. That's my favorite.
You're so different from your picture.
That wasn't me on the TV, but that sure was me on the telephone.
Not only does Sheryl Lee co-star in this Eddie Murphy comedy, but she got the chance to work with a guy from the neighborhood. You see, both she and Murphy grew up in the same town.
And our mothers were talking, and they exchanged names, and then both mothers came out and they said, well, I'm Eddie Murphy's mother, and I'm Sheryl Lee Ralph's mother, and I think they should do something together. What? So they both got their dream come true.
And this actress had one of her dreams come true when she joined the cast of TV's Designing Women.
I'm telling you, I am going to make you so happy, baby, it makes me wish I was you.
How did that happen? Never claiming to be the shy type, Sheryl Lee ran into the show's creator at a political fundraiser.
And I just sort of grabbed him by his lapels, and I said, Harry Thomason, you know it is a doggone shame that after 7 years you all cannot find a black woman to befriend all of these white women in Atlanta, Georgia. I said, you all really should have me on your show.
Sounds like you're having a ball. I mean, just with everything.
I'm really having a good time, and I'm really looking forward to the, the future and what's left out there to do.
So, if Sheryl Lee Ralph could look into a crystal ball and predict her acting future, what would she see?
I'd like to play Tina Turner.
And being the go-getter she is, don't be surprised if she does. Bill Tush, CNN Entertainment News, New York.
This is Community Update for the Republic of Turkey, Wednesday, December 9th, from the Med's hottest music mix, the all-new Mix FM. Interlix AYA holds Breakfast with Santa December 19th at 8 a.m. Register by Saturday. Contact the AYA for details. Interlake's Rec Center has adult karaoke Friday night at 8 o'clock in the ballroom. At Ankara, Christmas gifts are wrapped every Saturday until Christmas at the Country Casual Bar from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Donations are accepted for this service. To volunteer, call 2116. Breakfast is no longer served at Ankara's Oasis Club Monday through Fridays. However, Saturday and Sunday brunch will continue. Breakfast is now served at the Bowling Center on weekdays. Ankara's Bowling Center sponsors a dart tournament Sunday afternoon at 1. Call 3176 for details. When you're in southern Turkey, tune your radio to the Med's hottest music mix, 105.1 and 106.1 FM, and AM 1590, the all-new Mix FM.
You can save big bucks when importing your foreign car back to the States. Call your customs office to find out how.
Tune in to AFN Television Thursday night for a CBS News special, Malcolm X, The Real Story. Dan Rather brings you the inside report on the life of the slain civil rights leader. Malcolm X, The Real Story, Thursday.
Saluting new Sergeant Morales Club member Gary Lacer of 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment.
Serving the United States European Command, this is AFN.
This man is walking. It's not very hard. Just watch him for a while and you'll get the idea. Walking can be done at home, in the street, in the country. You can walk through the parks or walk along the beach. You can walk at lunchtime. Go for a walk with the family. Take something to play with while you're walking. Walking makes you feel better. And best of all, walking is free. Try it today. Here's a simple walk to start with. Stand up, walk across the room to your front door, and then go for a walk. Outside. Go on. We'll still be here when you get back.